gotta get it up. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, name is Jet Leon, and welcome back to the 4th edition of the series of YouTubery, where I help you get along better with your YouTube channel, because, you know, it might not like you or something. I don't know. Why did I try to personify a YouTube channel? That's a lot of mail. But whatever, today's topic is how to record your videos and how to edit your videos. Now, I'm pretty sure you can figure out how to do that on your own, but what you need to know is how you need to change your process to make things better. I don't know why I sat here and read the mail. It's kind of a bit of a waste. But that just leads into a first example here. Is you need to know how to properly edit your videos. Whenever you're recording something, especially if you're doing it live, you need to make note to yourself of things that need to be cut out. For example, in my most recent Ocarina of Time videos, I've just done terribly. Forest Temple, I don't like you anymore, Forest Temple. I never liked the Forest Temple, never mind. But anyways, I had a lot of moments where I was like, oh, I gotta go halfway across the thing. Just cut those. Or do like I do on some things where if I'm going somewhere we haven't seen yet, I would just speed it up and play music. That's just simple ideas of editing, but you need to be able to edit your videos like that, and you need to take note of it while recording. But that was kind of a tangent of how I wanted to go in order. But yay, randomization. So yes, what I do want to start off first with, or second, I guess, now that I've gone off on editing things, but you need to have the right quality for your things. HD is just, it's preferred. And even though this is Animal Crossing, I do have this on an HDMI cable with a HDMI converter on my Wii. It was $3 on Amazon. You have no excuse not to get that anyways if you own a Wii and an HD TV, both at once. If you own just one or the other, it doesn't really matter, does it? But if you have both, you need to get a converter like that, have HDMI. Makes it look really nice. And also, when you're recording, you need to make sure that whatever you're recording with works really well. For example, this console gameplay was picked up with an Elgato Game Capture HD, and that thing just rolls pimpin'. And I've got the settings all set up to where I want them to be. It's just really good. And thus, I have good recordings. Yay! But then also, you gotta make sure, now that you have your recording done, once you have your recordings done and it's in good quality, it looks good, it is good, stuff like that, then you also need to edit it out and render things out in good quality. Now that's the thing that most people screw up on, is they have like super legitimate 1080p HD gameplay and stuff, and then they go into their video editor and just render it out. They just hit default and then it gives them 360p and it looks terrible. It looks like somebody took their game and shoved it into a NES cartridge. I actually made a video like that once, but it was on purpose, not on accident. But anyways, if you've got a high quality video, you want to make sure that you render out in high quality settings. Now, one thing that's nice, even though I don't really like Windows Live Movie Maker, is that it does come with a 16:9 widescreen definition aspect ratio automatic setting. However, that's not a good idea, because then if you have 720p capture footage, which is what I recommend mostly, because on PC it lets you lower the strain on your PC while recording. On console, it lets you lower the strain on the console. Actually, not even the strain, because on console it doesn't actually do real 720p or 1080p or whatever. It goes up to, like, most games go up to 540p and then upscale and pretend to be 720p. So you should just stop at 720p before it gets even worse. That's my recommendation, so things look a little bit crisper and cleaner. But anyways, also on PC, makes it a little easier on you, and YouTube doesn't really care about anything past 720p. But if you put it at 720p, it looks nice when you leave it in 360p. And it's just really not necessary, as of now, to go into 1080p. You can do it, but there's not much of a reason to. But yes, you need to make sure that your capture settings match your rendering settings, otherwise you'll have just wasted a lot of effort. And if both sides don't match, something's wrong. For example, if you had just normal 480p video for, say, a Wii gameplay or something, instead of the 720 of the HDMI, it would mess up if you tried to put it in 720p in the video editor. So those are just basic tips on that. And I've gone long enough. Let's just summarize the entire past about 5 minutes as you need to make sure your videos look good when you render them out. Ta-da! You now understand everything. But yes, also you need to know how to edit. This is a very important thing because it doesn't matter how much gameplay you've got if you can't edit things together. However, editing requires various different things like I exampled at the beginning. Yes, that's the word I would like to use. And candy! But yes. Editing things out is important, but just as important as that is editing things in. For example, I could, on PC gameplays, just upload it straight to YouTube if I wanted to, but I add the intros, and let's see, I add the intro, it lowers the file sizes, I can edit things in that I need, and if it's a really long gameplay, I can split it apart. So those are the simple things. Just make sure you know how to do the functions of split video, change the times on it, change the speeds on it, cut video, endpoints, stuff like that, importation. If you know your way around your editor, you're going to do a little better, but also need to know some advanced tactics, such as for audio synchronization for console gameplay like this. I usually go into a menu and then click menu buttons 8 times and go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I just synchronize that in Movie Maker. And that's how I do that. Some people do it other ways, and some capture cards are even working on removing that and just making live audio capture right away. However, with the way I've seen most capture cards now, that's not going to work because most capture cards have a slight delay, so it's going to be like, boom, headshot, 5 seconds after the headshot. So that would not work out, which is why you need to know how to edit as well. I don't know. I've lost track of things. What was I saying? I was saying things. But yes, that's all you really need to know. Make sure your capture and your render are out in high quality. Make sure you know how to edit well, cut things out that are unnecessary, add in intros. At the very least, render things out just so that the file size gets smaller. So this has been Gently, and I'll see you next time. Go render in good quality.